Fuck. Alright. What if Deku had a weed quirk remastered? So basically, we're gonna start this shit off real simple. So your boy Deku hit the age of 4, right? And he started feeling weird. He was like, "Oh, great heavens!" And what ended up happening, right, is he was just like, "Ah, shit, I'm feeling some type of way." But long story short, it just we're gonna save us some time. He finds out he has the quirk. Now what he does, right, is he figure out how to train it. Bakugo doesn't really bully that nigga because he literally can't. This nigga just exhale on this nigga. Like he's like literally the personification of marijuana. All right, so that nigga just literally that nigga. Now he all calm and relaxed. He's like, ah, shit, when am I gonna come down? You have 12 hours to repent, nigga. Like, bro, come on. And this is gonna be one of those Dekus where that nigga got bread for obvious ass reasons. But like, he don't be doing no scammy shit, right? He literally just ships the shits out to like places where the shit's illegal. And like, since he's making it organically, he's making big bucks. Cause it's like, let's say the highest grade quality is like SS tier. This shit is like Z tier, nigga. Like some convoluted. Hold up. So like it's that convoluted ass shit. Like these niggas are baffled. So like one. All right. Bro has bread out of the wazoo, and he's like only like maybe if we were pushing the age 10, but like I don't think it'd be that hard for him to figure out how to use his quirk. On top of him having this quirk, he literally, he can and can't. He feels high, but he doesn't at the same time, right? And if anyone's spiritual or anything, weed does have potential spiritual aspects to it. So, with this being said, I feel like he would be 100 times a lot more mature than his peers. On top of the simple fact that like he's just him, you know. So like he trains and he does all this stuff. He has unlimited resources, and I have to justify the fact that he's not living in the same area per se. He also is gonna be living like near like Ida and like Momo and shit like that. We could say that he meets Momo. I mean, we could say that he meets Uraraka and helps them out. It's like, bro, I got y'all, dog. Tell me what y'all need done. He's like, all right, bet. And so, like, I just think this nigga, this, like, version of Deku is just gonna be kind of, like, swagged out. But, like, he just gonna be, like, big chilling. Like, he just, like, hey, it is what it is. Like, he's just mellow as fuck, right? And so I feel like he would, like, say some crazy-ass shit, right? We could say he's, like, 5. But I'm saying he's 4. Fuck, that's my story. So this homie, he's still young, but like he's like a lot mature than like most of his peers. And this isn't like a rare event per se. People do know there's been knowns of like people that have had that has quirks that like altered their mentality. So Deku's literally helping them out, man. You might be asking, how would Deku help them out? Well, one, he makes them go to sleep first after they explain everything, and then so they get proper rest, and also he's able to conjure up the physical attributes of flowers. So it's almost like he has like earth bending, but it's weed bending damn near. All right, so he's literally just making, fucking golems per se that just like are doing his bidding, but like it's still attached to homie, and he don't got like big mastery over that shit, but like he got pretty solid mastery. Once he gets like the base of everything done, he literally what he does, right, is he'll make the structure that it needs to be. It's literally just a weed house, right? And he's like, asking them, hey, is this how you want it? Is everything looking good? All the specs and all the design, right? Then after this, he just gets all the materials and start chunking those bitches at it. Not him himself per se, because he doesn't have bad physicality, but once again, he's still young. So he's just throwing all these materials, and the golems are like this sentient weed creature is just like conforming it all, into what it needs to be, and placing all the metals and all the wiring and all the things to it. Deku did have to spend maybe at most like a month or 2 to kind of get the grasp, but once again, since he has like this out of mind transcendency of just kind of like spirituality and just know-hows, I don't think it will take that nigga that long. I think he'll be like, damn, it's kind of breezy for real. So after he gets done, like he helps them like big body. So this would be like how he would know Uraraka, and like he'd be like, hey, you might want to train your quirk a little bit, bruh. Because if all you could do is make shit float, I don't think that's how the case is. I think that's the initial ordeal. And Deck was like, I'll wait until she's a little older to help her out. He has a couple of different strands that might be able to help her out. Some more on the intelligence side, some that would, elevate your current, your conscious mind a bit to help her with her creativity and her efficiency, if you get what I mean. So now, with that being said, years pass once again. This is about like a good time skip. He 10 now. Deku's just training his squad. Well, first of all, we got to talk about what happened within these years. Deku is rich. He has money. Okay? Like a good amount of bread. You feel me? So, what ended up happening is he's helping Uraraka peeps build shit out of record time almost, okay? And he also is helping individuals on like a day-to-day basis. For the simple fact of there's people that have like traumas, there's people that have had this and that, and he's just helping them out recklessly. Like he's like literally known as like, besides being the rad calm hero and like all his other nicknames, he's literally known as like the unofficial official hero. Like people within that like proximity of this nigga just aren't. Okay, it smells like weed, but it's not that bad smell for the people that don't like smoking. It's just like this nice, calm, earthy, and like he releases a very small dosage out in his proximity, and he also places buds of like magnitude. It's almost like a security thing, but at the same time, it's like a small little security. Like it's just like a weed smell that engulfs the area. So Deku technically could know every single action that does transpire, but he doesn't use it for that. He just uses it to help. So it's almost like he's made a mini utopia with this quirk, right? And it also helps if something does pop off or whatever, he can immediately either go to that area or have something prevent, more calamity and damage. And, studies do show, not really, but studies do show that, like, if you're calm as fuck, it's going to be kind of hard to feel like you need to go, do something. And it's also not that couch shit where you're smoking and you're like, oh, fuck, I don't want to do nothing. Nah, it's that I'm calm as fuck. Let's have a wonderful day, peoples. And there are days where he just like shuts it down, where he's not doing that shit anymore. Like he does it less than he does it, if that makes sense. Because you don't want people to get too dependent on your boy when he's not around. But he's gotten pretty efficient at using his quirk. He's able to make basically weed swords, shields, armor, and he's able to make like a good portion of it. He's also able to sweat TAC and CBD. So your boy's got the hands. Like he can fight if he needs to. Plus he does do this actively. He trains a lot, but he has to train in a one of those like little sweatsuits or those like little things to help heat up your body. Because if he's training with someone and he makes physical contact with them, they might get contact, or they might just get buzzed in their ass, and that shit's so fucking potent that it's just like, yeah. He hasn't mastered control of like excretions and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, this suit works because he could just literally sell this whole suit because it's not sweat, it's THC and CBD or a hybrid of some sort. So he literally sweats all this shit, takes the suit off, and then boom, bam. He's still working on the control of the quirk, but like he hasn't like mastered it, but he has a pretty fundamental, or more, I'd say more of advanced applications and principles of what he can and can't do. Now, this is where, you know the story. Peace never lasts for a long time. This is where some action gets into it for the people that have made it this far. See your boy. I'm trying to think here. So basically, everything's going good. Deku's rocking around, or he might be walking around, he might be flying, because like he'll just literally protrude wings out of his back. and just flap around. And like he sees people where, and this is one of the days where like he doesn't have anything because he doesn't want, he knows every attribute of the weed itself to like the highest degree. Like he would make fucking the most fucking people that know how the science of weed works and shit look stupid. Anyways, because he's literally the weed man. Everything's going good, and then some foreigners, or not foreigners, but some people come out woodworks. They just start robbing him. Bam, 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 bam. Explosions going off. Deku's like, what in the hell is going on? So like, you know, he goes over there. You know, he flaps his little wings. He starts flying. He's like, let me go see what this about. Let me go see what this about. He pretty much speeds through and shit. And like once he makes it there, it's like literally, bro. It's like some no names. And he's like, are y'all new here? And he's like, who are you and what do you want? He's like, hey, bro, calm down, my guy. We can talk about this. Deku actually ends up getting sneaked up on. He realizes it at like the last second, literally, and then he gets like popped in the noggin and a whole bunch of buds and weeds and sticks and shit pops out of his head and he falls down. He's like, yeah, y'all need to know. Everyone just stopped being scared. Like they were scared, but then Deku showed up and they're all just like, they literally proceed to start walking down and they're like, why would we stay? Like Deku's here. He got us. Like, and then Deku proceeds to rise up, appearingly from the dead. Ouch. That hurt. Whew. Okay, so let's see here. He starts looking at these niggas and start assessing them. And I say, okay, you got a mutation quirk, so I'm probably gonna need a little strand like this. He like cuffs his hands together and then like pulls out like a mini bat. And then he's like, all right, cool. Looks at the other dude. You got a good quirk, but you don't know how to use it, so you're upset because you got a trash quirk, and you're just an ugly-ass lizard. But you got a vagina, though, and that's what really matters. They're like, wait, what? He said, no time to talk, time to hero. He pulls up behind bro, real quick, real fast with it. Megan! Sleep, my child. That nigga gets hit with the fucking shit. And since you can't inherently get out just off the, you know, the bat or the weed bat per se, but he can make it like just ooze THC and into particular, you know, type. So he just hits this nigga with this shit, make it. And then he hits homeboy, and then he pulls up a homeboy, like he damn near almost teleported, but like not really, he just moved pretty fast. And so he pulls up a homeboy, just hits him with a couple of combos, me. And then like he looks at the lizard, and he's like, you're looking kind of scrumptious. He's like, wait, what? He said, nah, JKLO, I'm not old enough to know about that yet. And he just starts exhaling, bro. Just smoke, ganja everywhere. And she's like, wait, what do you think this is gonna, oh, everything starts getting woozy. He looks around, hey, y'all good? Like, they're like, yeah, I kind of missed my appointment. He's like, what appointment you gotta go to? He's like, it's down there, blah, blah, blah. He's like, you got a car? He's like, yeah, it's outside. All right, bet. I'll run you up there real quick. I got you. He pulls out the wings and shit and just start walking. He don't even capture you, bro. He's like, yeah, y'all gonna be there for like a clean 6 hours. So like a real hero. He being funny. Everybody laughs a little bit when he says, a real hero come get y'all. And Deku basically help just random no-name motherfucker get to where they need to go. And he's like, all right, flap, fly. While like another golem is like just Kobeing the car. It's like this nigga just Kobe. And so literally he helps homeboy and he's like, all right, bro, got you. And then he just dips out. And then that's where we would end it off. As you see Deku in the sky flapping with his weed wings off into the sunset. Screaming, just saying to himself, damn, I'm high as fuck right now.